attraction changes our brain, body, and behavior. Segment 1. The brain's response to attraction. When we experience attraction, our brain undergoes remarkable transformations that happen in mere milliseconds. Fact 1. The medial prefrontal cortex, located near the front of your brain, makes snap romantic judgments about potential partners within milliseconds of seeing a new face. This ancient part of your brain is already deciding if someone interests you before you're even consciously aware of it. Fact 2. Your brain processes and judges a person's attractiveness in less than 200 milliseconds. That's faster than the blink of an eye. In this tiny fraction of a second, complex neural circuits are already at work, evaluating facial features and generating an initial response. Fact 3. When you think about someone you're romantically involved with, your brain generates a specific type of activity called alpha power in an area known as the parieto-occipital lobe. This same brain region lights up when you're in a state of focused attention, showing that attraction literally captures your mental energy. Fact 4. The ventral tegmental area, deep within your brain, becomes highly active when you experience romantic attraction. This region is responsible for producing dopamine, the neurotransmitter that creates feelings of pleasure and reward. It's the same system activated by activities that bring us joy. Fact 5. During attraction, your amygdala, the part of your brain that processes fear and anxiety, actually shows reduced activity. This is why strong connections with others provide emotional comfort and security. Your brain is literally calming down in the presence of someone you're attracted to. Fact 6. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thought and decision-making, becomes less active during periods of intense attraction. This is why people sometimes say they lose their head when falling for someone. Your brain is temporarily prioritizing emotional connection over logical analysis. Fact 7. Attraction triggers higher levels of dopamine and norepinephrine in your brain, while simultaneously decreasing serotonin levels. This unique chemical combination creates the euphoric feeling you experience at the start of romantic attraction, along with that obsessive thinking about your person of interest. Fact 8. The nucleus accumbens, your brain's reward center, shows increased activity when you're attracted to someone. This region reinforces the pleasurable feelings associated with attraction, motivating you to seek closeness with that person. It's essentially your brain's way of encouraging you to pursue meaningful connections. Fact 9. Your brain distinguishes between three related but separate systems: lust, attraction, and attachment. Each is mediated by different neurotransmitters and activates distinct neural circuits. These systems can operate independently or feed into and reinforce each other, creating the complex experience of romantic love. Fact 10. The dorsal anterior cingulate cortex and posterior cingulate cortex, regions involved in social awareness and decision-making, show different activation patterns as attraction transitions into attachment. Your brain is literally rewiring itself to form deeper bonds, increasing your ability to read subtle social cues from the person you're attracted to. As you rest, remember that every moment of attraction is your brain performing an intricate dance of chemistry and electricity, creating the foundation for human connection. Segment 2. The body's physical response to attraction. Beyond the mind, attraction creates a symphony of physical changes throughout your entire body. Fact 1. Your pupils naturally dilate when you gaze at someone you're attracted to. This dilation is controlled by your sympathetic nervous system and happens automatically, without any conscious effort. It's one of the most honest signals your body sends. Fact 2. When you feel attracted to someone, your heart begins to race as your body releases adrenaline. This same hormone that prepares you for fight or flight is also responsible for the excitement and energy you feel when attraction strikes. Your heart can increase its rate significantly within just seconds of seeing someone special. Fact 3. Blood vessels dilate throughout your body when you experience attraction, improving the flow of oxygen and blood. This is what causes that telltale flush in your cheeks, that rosy glow that often appears when you're near someone you find attractive. Your body is literally lighting up. Fact 4. The eccrine glands in your palms become more active when you're attracted to someone. These specialized sweat glands are triggered by your sympathetic nervous system, which is why your palms may get sweaty when excitement levels increase. It's your body's unconscious response to emotional arousal. Fact 5. When two people are genuinely attracted to each other, their heart rates begin to synchronize. Research has shown that when attraction is mutual, if one person's heart rate increases, the other's follows. When one decreases, so does the other. Your hearts literally beat in harmony. Fact 6. Palm sweating also synchronizes between people who are attracted to each other. Along with heart rates, skin conductance follows matching patterns, creating a deep physiological connection that exists below conscious awareness. Your bodies are communicating on a level you cannot see. Fact 7. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, increases in your body during attraction. While this might sound negative, cortisol helps your body manage the excitement and anticipation of romantic possibilities. Those butterflies in your stomach are partly caused by cortisol working in your digestive system. Fact 8. When women smell androstenedione, a compound found in male sweat, their cortisol levels rise within about 15 minutes and remain elevated for more than an hour. This chemical also increases blood pressure, heart rate, and breathing. Scent has a powerful, invisible influence on attraction. Fact 9. Oxytocin production increases when you experience positive social cues and physical touch with someone you're attracted to. This neurochemical creates a sense of overwhelming contentment and actually rewires your brain to help form lasting bonds. It's sometimes called the bonding hormone for good reason. Fact 10. Your body produces more dopamine when you're attracted to someone, stimulating the brain's pleasure centers. This makes you goal-oriented and feel rewarded when you see your person of interest, which in turn creates a desire to see them even more. It's a beautiful cycle of reward and motivation that your body creates naturally. Long pause for reflection. As you drift deeper into relaxation, know that your body is a remarkable instrument, capable of orchestrating countless physical changes in response to human connection. Segment 3. How attraction changes our behavior. Attraction doesn't just change how we feel, it transforms how we act, often in ways we don't even notice. Fact 1. Your vocal tone automatically changes when you're attracted to someone. Research has found that people unconsciously modify their voices to sound more pleasant and appealing. You quite literally sound different when speaking to someone you find attractive, without any deliberate effort. Fact 2. Men tend to lower the pitch of their voices when speaking to women they find attractive, accentuating their masculinity. At the same time, they increase pitch variability, creating a more dynamic speaking pattern. This unconscious modulation signals both strength and gentleness simultaneously. Fact 3. Women often speak in a higher pitch when attracted to someone, making their voices sound softer and more feminine. This change happens automatically and is part of an ancient biological response that signals interest without words. Your voice becomes an instrument of attraction. Fact 4. When attracted to someone, people naturally adopt open and inviting body language. They face the person directly, maintain a relaxed posture, and avoid crossing their arms or legs. This openness is your body's way of saying I'm receptive to connection without speaking a word. Fact 5. People unconsciously mirror the body language, gestures, and speech patterns of those they're attracted to. Psychologists call this the chameleon effect. If you lean in, they lean in. If you cross your legs, they might do the same. This mirroring creates rapport and a sense of similarity. Fact 6. Eye contact patterns change dramatically when attraction is present. While some people increase their gaze, maintaining prolonged eye contact, others experience nervous glancing away and back again. Both patterns reflect the heightened emotional state that attraction creates. Your eyes tell a story your words may not. Fact 7. People smile and laugh significantly more when around someone they're attracted to. This isn't just politeness, it's an instinctive attempt to endear yourself to the other person and show engagement. The frequency and genuineness of laughter increase in the presence of attraction. Fact 8. Physical proximity decreases when attraction is present. People naturally stand or sit closer to those they're attracted to, unconsciously reducing the physical distance between them. This behavior, called proxemics, reveals comfort levels and desire for closeness without any words being spoken. Fact 9. When attracted to someone, people create small, seemingly casual excuses to be near them. They might accidentally bump into them, send messages about trivial topics, or bring up inside jokes. These aren't random occurrences but unconscious strategies to maintain connection while testing the waters. Fact 10. Speech patterns synchronize between people who are attracted to each other. When two people use similar pronouns, prepositions, and articles at similar rates, they're much more likely to feel connected. This linguistic mirroring happens automatically when people are paying close attention to each other, creating harmony in conversation. Rest now in the knowledge that attraction is a powerful force that shapes not just our thoughts and feelings, but every gesture, every word, and every movement we make. Segment 4. The chemistry of long-term bonding. Beyond the first spark of attraction lies the deeper science of lasting connection. Fact 1. Oxytocin and vasopressin are two ancient peptide hormones that evolved from a common ancestor. While oxytocin facilitates social bonding and creates feelings of closeness, vasopressin supports vigilance and protective behaviors. Together, these two molecules work as an integrated system to help you form selective attachments. Fact 2. When you're in the early stages of a romantic relationship, your oxytocin levels are significantly higher than those of single individuals. Research comparing new lovers to non-attached singles found that oxytocin was dramatically elevated in those who had recently begun romantic relationships, suggesting increased activity throughout the entire oxytocin system. Fact 3. Oxytocin operates differently in men and women during pair bonding. In females, oxytocin is essential for forming romantic connections and maternal bonds. In males, vasopressin plays a more dominant role, reinforcing territorial behavior, mate guarding, and the formation of pair bonds. Your brain chemistry adapts based on your biological sex. Fact 4. Both oxytocin and vasopressin are necessary for the formation of selective social behaviors and emotionally intense experiences. Sexual behavior, parental behavior, and pair bond formation all require the presence of both peptides working together, along with dopamine, which reinforces these connections. No single hormone works alone. Fact 5. The interaction between oxytocin and dopamine during intimate moments is critical for the conditioning process that allows you to form a long-term attachment to a specific partner. This chemical dance quite literally programs your brain to recognize and prefer one particular person above all others. Fact 6. Genetic variations in vasopressin receptors can influence your capacity for commitment and relationship satisfaction. Studies of twins and long-term relationships found that men with certain gene variants scored lower on tests of marital quality and were twice as likely to report relationship crises. The wives of these men also reported less satisfaction, showing how genetics can affect bonding. Fact 7. Couples in long-term relationships live longer than their unpaired counterparts. Intimacy between pairs is inversely correlated with negative psychological states like depression, and positively correlated with stronger immune function and cardiovascular health. Your body literally thrives in the presence of secure attachment. Fact 8. Oxytocin levels in new lovers correlate with interactive reciprocity between couples, including social focus, positive affect, affectionate touch, and synchronized states. Higher oxytocin at the beginning of a relationship can even predict which couples will stay together and which will separate months later. Your hormones signal relationship potential. Fact 9. In contexts of safety and security, oxytocin predominates and facilitates what researchers call immobility without fear. This includes high levels of social engagement, social bonding, and social reward. These behaviors form the heart of mammalian reproduction and what we commonly call love. Fact 10. Vasopressin becomes more dominant under conditions of anxiety or fear, supporting the physical and emotional mobilization needed for protecting a partner or territory. After mating, male prairie voles become intensely aggressive towards strangers while remaining gentle with their partners, a behavior blocked when vasopressin receptors are inhibited. Your brain protects what it loves. As you sink deeper into rest, know that lasting bonds are written in your biology, a testament to millions of years of evolution designed to bring humans together. Segment 5. How Culture Shapes Attraction, 8 to 10 minutes, gentle, slow-paced narration with pauses for relaxation. While biology provides the foundation, culture writes the details of what we find attractive. Fact 1. Beauty standards vary dramatically across cultures and throughout history. In America, youthfulness is the primary beauty goal. In Europe, naturally flawless skin is most prized. In many Asian countries, fairness is highly coveted. In Brazil, a voluptuous figure with tanned skin is considered beautiful. What one culture celebrates, another may not even notice. Fact 2. In many Asian cultures, pale skin has long been associated with beauty and social prestige, as it historically indicated that a person didn't work in the fields. Today, skin lightening products make up approximately 40% of beauty product sales in China, 21% in Japan, and 18% in South Korea. Cultural history shapes present-day preferences. Fact 3. The beauty premium appears to be universal across cultures, though with considerable variation. Research analyzing 68 different languages found that attractive people are consistently associated with success and affluence in linguistic patterns worldwide. However, the specific traits considered attractive show remarkable cultural diversity. Fact 4. Cross-cultural studies reveal significant agreement in facial attractiveness judgments between people from vastly different backgrounds. Black Nigerians and white Americans showed surprising similarity when rating faces, suggesting some universal elements exist beneath cultural preferences. Evolution and culture work in tandem. Fact 5. In collectivist cultures, the physical attractiveness stereotype differs from individualist cultures. The assumption that beautiful equals good exists everywhere, but what good means varies. Different cultures associate attractiveness with different personality traits based on their values and social structures. Fact 6. Body size ideals vary more between socioeconomic groups than between Western and non-Western societies. In recent decades, modernization has led urban populations of middle and upper socioeconomic status worldwide to increasingly embrace a thin ideal, showing how cultural evolution can override traditional preferences. Fact 7. Culture and media succeed at determining what is visually desirable, often overriding intuitive preferences. Despite knowing that images are digitally enhanced, people continue to want what is portrayed, pursuing ideals that may be unattainable for anyone. Your primitive brain remains under constant influence by your culture. Fact 8. Different cultures have historically practiced extreme body modifications in the name of beauty. In China, foot binding was once a symbol of prestige and beauty, passed from mother to daughter for centuries. In parts of Myanmar and Thailand, neck rings create the illusion of elongation. In Ethiopia, lip plates signal maturity and beauty. What seems extreme in one culture is treasured tradition in another. Fact 9. In parts of Africa, a filled-out larger figure is traditionally considered more beautiful than a slender one, directly opposite to ideals in many Western countries. This preference connects to cultural associations between body size, health, prosperity, and the ability to bear children. Beauty reflects what a culture values for survival. Fact 10. As global connectivity increases and cultures interact more frequently, beauty standards are shifting and hybridizing. People are exposed to multiple beauty ideals simultaneously, creating both pressure to conform and opportunity to embrace diversity. The future of attraction may lie in accepting that beauty takes infinite forms across human experience. Let yourself relax in the knowledge that attraction is both ancient and ever-changing, shaped by forces both biological and cultural, creating the rich tapestry of human diversity. Segment 6. How attraction changes memory and perception. Attraction doesn't just influence the present moment, it reshapes how you remember the past and perceive the future. Fact 1. Your brain processes and categorizes attractive faces more fluently than unattractive ones. This phenomenon, called cognitive fluency, means attractive faces are easier for your brain to process, which creates increased positive feelings. What feels easy to process becomes associated with goodness and safety. Fact 2. The orbitofrontal cortex, the part of your brain that makes judgments of beauty, becomes more active when viewing an attractive face compared to an unattractive one. This region is directly linked to reward processing and regulating experiences of pleasure and motivation. Your brain literally rewards you for recognizing beauty. Fact 3. People show attentional bias toward attractive faces, meaning their attention is automatically captured and held by attractive individuals. This happens rapidly and often unconsciously. Your eyes and mind are drawn to beauty before you even realize you're looking, directing your focus without conscious choice. Fact 4. Memory for attractive faces differs from memory for other faces. Studies show that attractiveness affects both the likelihood of remembering a face and the emotional quality of that memory. However, this creates a paradox. Extremely attractive faces can sometimes be harder to identify later because they blend together as generically beautiful. Fact 5. Stereotypes influence memory in profound ways. When people recall interactions with attractive individuals, they often mistakenly remember stereotype-congruent information that never actually occurred. Your brain fills in forgotten details using semantic memory, sometimes creating false memories that align with the beautiful equals good stereotype. Fact 6. When memory processes are compromised by stress or cognitive load, people rely more heavily on attractiveness stereotypes as mental shortcuts. Studies found that as decision-making becomes harder, people exhibit stronger stereotype-based recall, remembering attractive individuals as having more positive qualities than they actually demonstrated. Fact 7. The physical attractiveness stereotype creates what psychologists call a halo effect. Attractive people are automatically assumed to possess a network of positive qualities including intelligence, competence, kindness, and trustworthiness. This positive halo is pervasive throughout society and affects judgments in education, employment, and legal settings. Fact 8. Teachers consistently have higher expectations for attractive students, expecting them to be more intelligent, earn better grades, and have better social attributes. Research from the 1960s through the 1980s showed that attractive students actually did earn higher test scores, likely because teacher expectations created a self-fulfilling prophecy. Fact 9. Average faces are perceived as more attractive than distinctive faces in most contexts. This occurs because average faces are processed more fluently by your brain, activating a preference for facial prototypes that represent the categorical center of all faces you've encountered. Your brain finds comfort in what represents the norm. Fact 10. The aesthetic usability effect demonstrates that people perceive attractive things, not just people, as more functional and usable. This cognitive bias extends beyond human faces to objects, designs, and interfaces. Attractiveness creates an assumption of quality that influences how you interact with the world around you. As you drift into sleep, recognize that your perception is not a perfect mirror of reality but rather a construction influenced by ancient biases designed to guide you toward favorable outcomes. Segment 7. The evolutionary psychology of attraction. To understand attraction, we must look back millions of years to see how it shaped human survival. Fact 1. Mate preferences comprise a central process in Darwin's theory of sexual selection. These preferences have been documented in all sexually reproducing species and have influenced human evolution for millennia. The attractions you feel today are echoes of choices that kept your ancestors alive. Fact 2. Men and women have evolved different mate preferences based on different reproductive challenges they faced throughout history. Men tend to prioritize physical attractiveness and health, which signal fertility and reproductive potential. Women tend to value intelligence, emotional stability, and resources, which signal the ability to provide protection and support for offspring. Fact 3. In studies spanning 37 cultures across 6 continents and 5 islands, consistent patterns emerged. Men in every culture rated physical attractiveness and youthfulness higher in potential partners. Women in every culture valued a partner's earning potential, status, and ambition more highly. These patterns cross all boundaries of ethnicity, religion, politics, and economics. Fact 4. Humans have evolved both short-term and long-term mating strategies that activate under different circumstances. Short-term strategies emphasize immediate attraction and genetic quality. Long-term strategies prioritize compatibility, resource provision, and parental investment. Your brain shifts between these strategies based on context and life circumstances. Fact 5. Bilateral symmetry in faces and bodies functions as an indicator of genetic quality and the ability to withstand developmental stressors. People across cultures show preferences for symmetrical features because symmetry signals that a person successfully navigated the challenges of development, suggesting good genes and robust health. Fact 6. When pathogen prevalence is high in an environment, people demonstrate heightened preferences for physical symmetry and other indicators of health. Your attraction mechanisms adaptively adjust to local conditions, becoming more selective about health indicators when disease poses a greater threat to survival. Fact 7. Women's preferences shift across their menstrual cycle. Near peak fertility, research suggests women may increase their preferences for masculine features in men, which signal underlying genetic quality. At other times, preferences may shift toward indicators of commitment and resource provision. Your biology fine-tunes attraction based on fertility status. Fact 8. The ratio of available men to women in a population influences mate selectivity. When potential mates of one sex are abundant, people become more selective and exaggerate their preferences for sex-typical traits. When potential mates are scarce, people relax their standards. Attraction responds to the mathematics of the mating market. Fact 9. Height preferences demonstrate evolutionary adaptation to ancestral challenges. Women across cultures prefer taller male partners, and taller men are more likely to have attractive partners than shorter men. Height correlates with physical formidability, protection capability, resource acquisition ability, and even health outcomes, addressing multiple adaptive problems simultaneously. Fact 10. Humans may have evolved to be attracted to genetic diversity, particularly in the major histocompatibility complex, a set of genes related to immune function. Attraction to genetic dissimilarity promotes greater disease resistance in health and offspring, providing an evolutionary advantage. Your nose may literally guide you toward genetically compatible partners. Long pause for reflection. Rest now in the understanding that every attraction you feel connects you to an unbroken chain of ancestors who successfully navigated the challenges of survival and reproduction across countless generations. As we close this journey through the science of attraction, let yourself sink into peaceful sleep, knowing that you carry within you millions of years of wisdom, encoded in every neuron, every heartbeat, every breath. Rest well,